I've heard so many people talk about this book.
Here's a sample of I Don't Know from Audible.
Alexa,
This
stop.
book
Are you kidding me? Hey guys, it's Casera, and today we're going to be doing my February book haul. So I think we established last month that I have zero self-control when it comes to buying books, but this month I have outdone myself because I have a lot of books to talk about, because this haul includes 2 book outlet hauls as well as all of the Realm of the Elderlings by Robin Hobb. So I got so many books this time around that I'm actually gonna have to change up how my shelves are ordered. So yeah, that's how many books we got. Since I have so much to talk about, let's just get into it. I'm gonna start this off with the 2 mystery/thriller books that I got. The first one is The Murder on the Orient Express by Agatha Christie. Like I've been saying, I want to get more into mystery/thriller books, and Agatha Christie is a classic thriller author or mystery author, one of them, maybe both. Murder on the Orient Express is one of her most famous works, and when I saw it on Book Outlet, I just couldn't pass it up, so I decided to pick this one up. The next one I got is Pretty Girls by Karin Slaughter. I've seen this book everywhere, like literally everywhere. I haven't heard anything about it, but I've heard Karin Slaughter is like a really good thriller author, so I'm excited to get into this one because I tend to like thrillers a little bit more than mysteries or horror books. So I'm pretty excited for this one. This one was also from Book Outlet, so I figured it was pretty cheap, and I've seen this book so many times that I feel like it's pretty popular, so I'm excited to get to this one as well. So now I want to move on to my sci-fi books that I got. I got 3 sci-fi books. The first one is The Collapsing Empire by John Scalzi. I don't know anything about this book, but I've heard that a lot of people who like the Expanse series like this one as well. So I'm excited to see what it's about. It's obviously a hard sci-fi space opera type of field, which I'm getting a lot more into. So I want to read more from this genre. So when I saw this one on Book Outlet, I got really excited because I wanted to read this one anyway. So I went ahead and picked it up. The next science fiction book I got was 3 Body Problem by Cixin Liu. I've heard so much about this one as well. So many people love this book. It's a winner of the Hugo Award, and it was available on Book Outlet, so of course I picked it up. I don't know anything about Ken Liu, but I've heard so many good things about him as an author, and this is actually not the only book by him that I ended up picking up, but this is the science fiction one that I ended up picking up, and I'm really excited for it. And the next science fiction book I picked up is Seveneves by Neal Stephenson. I haven't heard that much about this book, but I've heard people mention it on their TBR. I don't know anything about it, but it's a giant science fiction book, and I like diving into worlds and just being surrounded by a story. So I thought this might be one, if I'm getting into science fiction, that I might really like, so I decided to pick this one up as well. So now moving on to the fantasy. Everything else I got is fantasy, because who would have figured, of course, I would end up buying fantasy. The first one that I picked up is The Heart of What Was Lost by Tad Williams. I thought this was a bigger book than it is. It's a novella. I thought it was like an actual full book. I've never read anything by Tad Williams before, and I saw this and I really liked the cover, so I decided to add it to my cart, and I needed another book to get to the $35. This was the first order, and then they got a bunch of new stuff, so I ended up getting a second order too. But I'm actually a little disappointed in this one because I thought it was a whole book. I didn't think it was a novella, so I will still probably end up reading it, but I don't know. I probably want to read something else by him first. And then I also ended up picking up The Found and the Lost by Ursula Le Guin. This is the collection of her novellas. I have The Real and the Unreal by her, which is a collection of her short stories. I actually thought that was a collection of her novellas, which is why I picked it up. And then I found out afterwards that it was her collection of her short stories. So when I saw that they had her novellas, I decided to pick it up. I just generally like longer works rather than shorter ones, which is why I wanted to read her novellas first. But it's okay. I got this one. I got that one. I will read this one and then that one. So it's fine. But I was excited because Ursula Le Guin is an author that I'm really interested in getting more into, and now I have a bunch of her stuff to read. The next book I'm actually super excited for, and that is The Last Wish by Andrej Sapokowski. I think that's how you say his name. I'm not sure. This book is the first novel in the Witcher series. It's actually a collection of short stories, but it's the first part of that series. And I don't know anything about the Witcher series other than the fact that it was made into a game and that it was originally written in Polish, which is very cool. I love reading translated works, and I'm excited to get into this one. So many people really, really love this series, so I'm excited to see if I like it as well. The next one, I got the first 2 novels in the Dandelion Dynasty series by Ken Liu, which includes The Grace of Kings and The Wall of Storms. Recently, I've seen a lot of love for these on BookTube, so when I saw it on Book Outlet, I decided to pick it up because it just sounds like the type of book that I would be interested in. I believe it's grimdark fantasy. It's some sort of epic fantasy. I don't know if it's grimdark or if it's just regular high fantasy. It seems like the type of book that I would really like, and from the size of them, I feel like I would really like them because I like those longer fantasies that you can just get lost in. So I'm really excited to get into this series and see if I like it. And like I mentioned with the Three-Body Problem, Ken Liu is an author that I've heard a lot about and am really interested in reading more of his works. So the next book I picked up is The Queens of Innis, Lear by Tessa Gratton. I've heard so many people talk about this book, yet somehow I have no idea what it's about, but everyone has had such good opinions of it, and I believe it's a debut. I'm not sure, but I believe it's a debut, and I like supporting debut authors, and it just seems like the type of book that I would like because it is also like high fantasy, so I'm excited to get to this one. And with this one, I really like the chapter headings. So there's like beautiful formatting in this book that I really, really like. Like the chapter headings are very cute. And I also really like getting hardcovers from Book Outlet because I generally don't buy hardcovers at all because they're so expensive and I prefer reading paperbacks. But from Book Outlet, I'm kind of okay with buying hardcovers because it's only like $5 and you get a $20 book basically. So when I saw it, I was super excited to get it. So all the rest of the books I got are all by Robin Hobb. So I will start with the one that is not part of the realm of the Elderlings. First, I got all 3 novels in the Soldier Sun trilogy, which include Shaman's Crossing, Forest Mage, and Renegade's Magic. So I didn't even know this series was a thing, but it caught my eye on Book Outlet because Robin Hobb's name is on it, and she's quickly becoming one of my favorite authors. So when I saw some of her books on Book Outlet, which I didn't expect to see at all, I immediately put them in my cart, and this is actually why I ended up ordering the second order of books because I hadn't planned to order 2 sets of Book Outlet orders this month, but I saw her on Book Outlet and I was just like, I have to do it. Like, I have to do it. It was just calling me. I had to do it. I don't know anything about this trilogy other than the fact that it was written by Robin Hobb, but I'm super excited to get to it. I will likely read all of the Realm of the Elderlings first before I start reading this. And even though there's so many of them, and it'll probably take me like a year to get through all of them, I'm still super excited to get to these ones. And now for all of the Realm of the Elderlings that I ended up getting this month. First, I have the Tawny Man trilogy, which includes Fool's Errand, Golden Fool, and Fool's Fate. So the Tawny Man trilogy occurs right after the Live Ship Traders trilogy, which I am currently reading. And this is also following the characters that are in the Farseer trilogy, which I started but haven't finished yet, so I have to finish the Live Ship trilogy first, and then I'm actually going to be going back to the Farseer trilogy, finishing that one before starting this one, but I figured I might as well complete my collection of them because I just like looking at them. Like, I just like knowing that I have these books lying in wait for me to get to them. And then we have the trilogy that started me on this book buying binge to begin with, and that is the Rain Miles Chronicles, also by Robin Hobb, which includes Dragon Keeper, Dragon Haven, City of Dragons, and Blood of Dragons. I am already so excited for this trilogy. You have no idea. I haven't even finished the Live Ship Traders trilogy yet, but this is the follow-up to the Live Ship Traders trilogy, which happens chronologically after the Tawny Man trilogy. And I saw this on Book Outlet, and I had a mini heart attack because I didn't expect to get these books. The first 3, not Blood of Dragons, but the other 3 books were on Book Outlet. And so I was like, I have to get these. I have to get them. And then I ended up buying Blood of Dragons also because I couldn't get 3 of them and not get the 4th one, because what if I decided to read them after the Live Ship Traders trilogy, even though I have all the rest of the Realm of the Elderlings to read, which is not included in those 2, but I had to get them. So I got them. And then I bought a bunch of other stuff because I have a problem. We've already established this. But I am so excited for this series because I feel like this might be one of my favorites because the Live Ship Traders is definitely probably going to be one of my favorites. And this is the follow-up to it, even though I haven't finished that trilogy. I'm still super excited for this one. And last but certainly not least, we have the Fitz and the Fool's trilogy, which includes Fool's Assassin, Fool's Quest, and Assassin's Fate. So this is the grand finale of the Realm of the Elderlings series, and I knew that I was gonna read these eventually. So when I was getting the rest of them, I decided to just pick these up as well because I'm just so excited for this series. And like I said, I like seeing them on my shelves, just waiting for me to get to them, and it motivates me to read them more. Like, there's so many times, even though I don't plan to start Madship, which is the next book in this series that I'm supposed to be reading until next week. There's so many times just seeing these books on my shelves and I'm like, I want to get to it. I really, really want to get to it. And I think I might end up picking it up because just talking about them, I want to get back into this world. So I'm so excited for this one as well. So those are all the books that I picked up in the month of February, and it's a lot. It's so much. I'm going to have a fun time reorganizing my shelves right now, but I'm definitely up for it. I'm so excited to get to some of these books. If you've read any of these books or plan to read any of these books, please let me know down in the comments on what you thought of them or why you're excited for them. I hope you guys really enjoyed watching. I post videos every Monday, Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, so consider subscribing. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up to support my channel. Social media links are in the description down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!